Our men, our husbands are bombarded day in and day out with temptations to lust. It's part of our culture. I wish we could escape it, but it's part of the culture, and we can't do anything about some of those temptations. From, the billboard as your husband's driving down the freeway. You can't really do anything about that. Maybe it's featuring a sexy lady or whatever. You can't really do too much about maybe a coworker, a female coworker at your husband's office who's showing too much cleavage. You can't really do too much about that. But the one place we can help our husbands avoid sexual temptation is when they're with us. And let me explain what I mean by that exactly. For instance, when you sit down to watch TV in the evening, are you flipping to a channel that might have a great show that you're enjoying, but that features scantily clad women or women who are being all provocative? And for instance, Dancing with the Stars, a great example. I love that show. I wish I could watch that show, but I've chosen not to watch that show, and I think you know why. Because the women are all wearing hardly anything, and they're writhing around in sexual positions doing the salsa or whatever, and it's really a scenario for our husbands to stumble, to start lusting. So even though I'd love to watch that show because I love the idea of, it's like a Cinderella show, right? The one in rags becomes the princess and learns how to dance beautifully. I choose not to watch it because it could be a stumbling block for my husband. A lot of TV shows would fall into that category. And even when we go out to the movies, I look ahead of time and check carefully to see, okay, this movie's rated PG-13, but what does that really mean? Does it feature sexual situations or partial nudity? Then we're not going to go to that movie, because why would I create an environment where my husband's set up for sexual temptation? The Bible says in 1 Corinthians 10, do not cause anyone to stumble. My challenge to you, are you unintentionally causing your husband to stumble through choice of television shows, even through something as seemingly innocent as getting the catalog for Victoria's Secret because maybe you've shopped there before? I had to cancel my subscription. Well, it wasn't even a subscription. I had to call them and say, don't send me any more catalogs, because that Victoria's Secret catalog is kind of like soft porn for men. Maybe that should not be coming to your house either. Food for thought, huh?